thank you for coming to our presentation of The Core of Discovery, a play about Lewis and Clark as part of our Idaho History program. I hope you enjoy.
The United States has been home to today stretches from sea to shining sea. A map of the country shows different states, bodies of water like the Mississippi River and the Great Salt Lake, and amazing places like the Rocky Mountains and the Grand Canyon. But let's step back in time more than 200 years. The country was still young, but it was growing.
In 1803, the western border of the United States was the Mississippi River. In that same year, President Thomas Jefferson doubled the size of the country. He bought what was known as the Louisiana Territory from France.
At last, it seems possible that one day our borders will reach the Pacific Ocean. We will be able to trade with the Far East, all this land, all these possibilities.
No one really knew what kind of land lay beyond the Mississippi.
To trade easily with China and India, we must find out if we reach the Pacific Ocean by water, and if people living on the land will be friendly to Americans.
President Jefferson asked his old friend Meriwether Lewis to find out if there's an all-water route between the central United States and the Pacific Ocean.
I would be honored, but I need someone to lead the journey with me.
I understand this journey will be difficult. That is all we can be certain of. Who do you have in mind?
My Army Captain, William Clark. He's not only brave, he is a talented mapmaker. He'll make notes and drawings of the land, plants, and animals we find on our journey.
And Louis, it is most important that you build friendship with the tribes you meet on the journey west.
You can be sure we will, sir.
Lewis and Clark had 30 men to join the group. They set out from St. Louis on the Missouri River, May 14, 1805. Lewis and Clark kept journals along the way. This is their story.
Because we are trying to explore an unknown territory, we call ourselves Core of Discovery.
Our first 5 months in the Missouri River went well. We had a peaceful meeting with the Oto and Yankton Sioux tribes.
We set up our winter camp among the Mandan tribe on the northeast banks of the Missouri River.
Among the Mandan, we met a French-Canadian trader. He and his wife, Sacagawea, a native of the Shoshone tribe, wished to be hired as interpreters on our journey. We are grateful for their service.
And we were able to help the listeners know to communicate with Native Americans all over. She can also done some work.
She did all these things to carry her into the sun of time.
We will continue on the journey in the early days of spring time. I know the river and the land as well as I know myself. On April 7, 1805, the group left their winter
Away we go! I must say, getting back on the river today was one of the happiest moments of my life. Our men, Sacagawea, are in excellent health and excellent spirits. We'll reach the Pacific of fall. I can just feel it.
In May of 1805, the group saw a great sight in the distance.
Louis, look! Everyone look to the west! Do you see those incredible mountains?
They were facing the Rocky Mountains, and they're not moving up to it.
This was not the only difficulty the Corps was facing. They have reached the fort in the Missouri River.
I can't tell which fork in the river is in Missouri. The wrong turn might delay our journey by a whole season.
usually comes from the mountains, so I should expect the clear flowing folk of the river as well.
Best to be sure, let's explore each route. Split up, see if your ears open to the Great Falls, if they're great as their name, the noise from the waterfall should be quite loud.
Clark's group went one way. Lewis is the other. Sue clears her nose.
I hear the roaring of the water. Spray your eyes is like smoke in the air. This must be the Great Falls. This is our route.
Messengers set off to let Clark know that the falls were found.
These falls are the greatest sight I've ever beheld. Amazing!
Well done, Lewis. Now how are we going to get ourselves and our gear around these raging waterfalls?
We'll have to carry our boats.
Up those steep cliffs?
I see no other way.
Neither do I. Let's go.
Their journey was hard, and their journey Lewis and Clark wrote about it.
There are great numbers of dangerous places. The men are weary hauling the boats up sharp rocks and around slippery slopes. There are rattlesnakes everywhere.
At one point, we had to take shelter from a strong storm, rain and hail made it impossible to go on. While in our shelter, a great torrent of water rushed toward us. We escaped the water, but lost some of our gear.
The trip around the falls took about 11 days.
Now that we are beyond the Great Falls, the month of opportunity upon us.
How long do you think it will take to get past these mountains? 2 days? 3 days?
No, the Rangers must go there than we can imagine. This will take many, many days.
Our team cannot carry our gear up and down steep slopes again like we did at the Great Falls. Not for such a long journey to have any hope of crossing the mountain successfully. We will need horses.
Horses? Where will we get horses?
Yeah, what do you suggest?
This man must know with me. I'm quite sure this is the right amount of people to show. We must find them. They have horses and they may be able to trade with them for the horses we need.
I hope so. If we cannot get horses, we cannot cross the mountains, and our journey will be in danger of ending too soon. We cannot go back to Washington without reaching the Ghost. We won't.
No, we will trade goods for horses. It's as simple as that.
It wasn't quite so simple. Lewis and Clark had met many tribes on their journey, so they were low on goods off the Shoshone. Still, they had no choice.
Look on the run ahead. There's our horse trap. That means that there is a sound.
That's good news. Clark, you and Sacagawea take a group to look along the river to the Shoshone. I'll take a team to look on land.
This is journal full of eating the
I grouped down the Shoshone first. We did as Sacagawea said, so even though the Shoshone didn't seem to trust us at first, they soon learned that we were friendly. Chief Camaway invited us to a tribal meeting with Clark around.
Clark is on the river. These are my people, my first tribe.
Clark, wonderful. This will help us at our meeting with the chief tonight. Sacagawea, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. I will have plenty of time to catch up with my old friend before we go. Now we must speak with the chief about the horses we need.
Let's go. Then, right in here, Sacagawea, please introduce Clark to Chief Camaway.
Can't wait! I can hardly believe my eyes. It's you, my own brother.
Well, sister, you was taken from us?
Welcome back to your first home, Sagittarius.
Thank you. I am happy to see you got my new home in a good place.
Has your new tribe treated you well, Sagittarius? Are you happy?
Yes, brother. I am happy. I have a husband and a son. I have been helping these captains Lewis and Clark on their journey to the ocean.
I'm impressed that you're growing into such a leader. Now let us get to the business you wish to discuss. What is it you need from your tribe?
We need horses, but I'm afraid we don't have much to offer in return. We will trade what we have, but I can also promise that American traders will be back in the future. They will supply you with what you wish.
Then it's settled. But know that crossing the mountains will be very challenging. Even with horses, the land is hard. There is little food for one to have passed the river. Won't pass the mountains will be just a 3 river journey to the gold.
Thank you, brother. The tribe has been very kind.
It took the group about 3 weeks to cross the Rockies. The trip was difficult. The horses were always in danger of slipping down steep mountains when it was raining. The group couldn't find behind, so they shone made some necklaces.
Once past the Rockies, the course was easier. Up to this, the Corps of Discovery had rowed against the stream, but past the mountains, the river flowed west towards the ocean.
The Corps of Discovery traveled 3 rivers. The last one brought them to the Pacific Ocean. The men soon goal of meeting their goal.
Ocean in view, all the joy at last, the Pacific Ocean.
As we reached the ocean, Captain Clark marked on a large pine. Captain William Clark, December 3rd, 1805, by land, United States in 1804 to 1805.
I wrote by land because we now know there is no all-water route to the ocean.
We spent the winter in a camp near the ocean. Then it was time to head back. We retraced part of our journey, but split up to explore more of the land.
Our journey had lasted 2 years, 4 months, 10 days. We had traveled about 7,000 miles.
I sent the letter ahead to President Jefferson. It is with pleasure that I announce to you the safe arrival of my party today. We have crossed the continent of North America to the Pacific Ocean. We discovered the most practical route that exists across the country. Clark and I have seen this route being good for trade.
Lewis and Clark have entirely fulfilled my expectations. The world will always admire their accomplishments.
Lewis and Clark proved that there is no all-water route to the Pacific, but they showed that such a journey is possible between water and land. They opened the way for trade. They mapped the western frontier. They found 122 animals and 178 places that Americans had not known about. They inspired others to follow.
In the end, the incredible journey of Corps of Discovery helped shape a country that now stretched from the sea to shining sea.
Corps of Discovery. Our first group this morning, or this afternoon, narrator 1, Will you join me on stage, please? Narrator 1, Rourke Sargent. Narrator 2, Lovely Bortz. As narrator 3, Cody Keeler. As narrator 4, Emily Ankney. President Thomas Jefferson is J.T. Anderson. Playing Meriwether Lewis is Tillman Heiserling. As Clark, William England. Sacagawea was played by Grace Blosser. And Chief Camelate was Logan Woodford. And our stagehand for the sound and our lights was William Bennett.